Hi everyone, Azriel Knight here. Welcome to another episode of TOC Extra, and today we're going to look at 5 weird and inappropriate camera commercials. This first commercial on my list features the Canon Rebel promoted by famous tennis player Andre Agassi. To promote the camera, he stands in the middle of the street and throws his sweaty shirt at what I can only assume is a traffic cop. I love how he points first, like he's Babe Ruthing it or something. Then Canon asks us,
"What is the image of a rebel?"
Is it oversized white pants?
"What is the image of a rebel?"
A complete and utter disregard for Nevada traffic laws?
"What is the image of a rebel?"
An 80s mullet in the 90s? We never find out what the image of a rebel is, but Andre tells us that image is everything, and goes off to what I can only assume is shirtless gambling. I guess you can't lose your shirt gambling if it's already off. Alright, this next one is from Minolta, and honestly, I think they have some explaining to do. The commercial promotes the Minolta X7, released in the early 80s, and features this young lady taking her pants off. She even looks around to make sure she has some privacy. Yep, I looked left. And I looked right. I should be good. Oh look, someone's watching me. I didn't think to look forward. Now see this expression right here? This is an appropriate reaction. A look to say, what the f*** are you doing? This shy little smile after exists only in the minds of creeps and the writers of Minolta. Moving on. If you lived through the 90s, then you know red eye is just about the worst thing to happen to any photograph. At least that's what the advertisers want you to think. While the actual solution is to move the flash away from the lens, the corporations and executives decided that programming the flash to give an initial ass blast of seizure-inducing light before the actual photo was taken was a better answer. The results were commercials like these encouraging you to buy another plastic point and shoot that made the whip for its own ass. I don't know what it was about the 90s, but somehow advertising execs got it in their heads that this weird animation style would just make us lie back and spread our wallets for them. It's as if they just saw the intro to Beekman's World and said, "More of this, please." Next commercial is for the Olympus OM10, and right from the opening you see a woman having a drink of water, and what is she doing to that poor fountain? Is she washing something off of her face? Is she cooling her chin off because it's warm from friction? So many questions, and most of all, what is going on here when she opens her mouth and stares into the abyss? The look of horror on her face at the end is priceless. She doesn't even shut off the fountain. She doesn't even shut off the fountain. I can't decide if this is more open mouth cat or Pikachu face. Again though, this is an appropriate reaction. Leave her alone, dude. Let her fuck that fountain in peace. And last commercial is this introduction to the EOS System by Canon. I love how they're like, hey, a glowing rectangle just exploded over there, let's have a look. It only gets weirder from there as a camera rises from the crater, and this man's first instinct is to grab it and press his face against it as it levitates him. I know I wouldn't touch it. It could be a gold brick. It could be a time machine. It could even be whatever's in that briefcase in Pulp Fiction. Wow, honey, I'm taking great photos, and it has nothing to do with my incredible yet impossible vantage point. And why is she holding the dog like that in the end? Did they need the dog in the shot, or was he just chewing on the guy's harness? Well, that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please consider joining me on Patreon at patreon.com/Azriel. You'll receive early access to videos, exclusive content, and limited edition prints. You can also follow me on Instagram or Twitter, and until next time, stay classic.